welcome to Connolly Outdoors. Today I'm outside and I'm trying out this tripod grill. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, if it's Coghlans or Coghlans. I'm going to guess Coghlans Tripod Grill. So basically, what I am going to do is, I got this. We're going to put that on the tripod here and I'll show you what it looks like in a second. And I got some burgers and I got some cheese, and we are going to cook up some burgers using this tripod, which I'll show you guys right now. I'm using the Solo Stove Ranger as the heat source. So that's what the tripod looks like. It's very simple setup. The poles are a little bit flimsy when you're trying to set them up, but once they're actually set up, it's pretty secure. Now, in the camping situation, I would actually secure this to the ground a little bit, and it's adjustable, so I can lower this just by moving that handle there, lower it down, or I can raise it up, whatever I want to do. It's really, really handy, and I'm trying this out for the first time. So, yeah, I'm using the Solo Ranger stove, and I'm going to try out this tripod. I've had this thing for a little while, and I have not used it. So, one of the things that I always recommend to people is when you buy something and you're going to take it out into the field, if you want to call it, and you're going camping, you might want to try it out at home. Obviously, some things you can't try out at home. You just have to wait and see what happens in the heat of the moment. But if you can try it out at home, that's something that I definitely recommend. So, this thing, I don't know how much weight it carries, but it'll definitely hold this. I'm not even worried about that. And I just want to see how much heat I can get with this stove to be able to cook these burgers up quickly. So I've got quite a bit of wood in there. And I'm going to put a little bit more in because I want to get some embers before I start cooking. It takes time to build this up. I don't like cooking on it when there's a lot of flames. I prefer ember heat as opposed to flames because you're going to burn the burgers on the outside and not cook them on the inside properly. So that's how I usually cook things. Just waiting for this bed of embers to start. It's going to be a little while yet. The wood's still breaking down, so I thought about doing this live, but then I decided not to because it would just take too long. It takes time for this fire to be ready to cook on, so I decided to do a video instead. So here, excuse me, here we are. So while we're waiting for this to heat up and the wood to break down into some embers, which, like I mentioned, that's the way I like to cook. I don't like to use a lot of flames just because embers are a better heat source. Flames burn, embers just cook nicely. But I wanted to show you my new Mossy Oak knife. This thing is huge. It's really nicely secured in here. It's got two clips that unclip. It's also got a belt strap here, so you can carry it around on your person, and it's very safe. This is really quite secure, so you don't have to worry about the knife moving on you, because that is something that is a concern when you're, you know, out and you're busy and you don't notice. You got the knife on, but you don't notice. You don't want it moving around. So let's take it out and take a look at it. Beautiful, beautiful knife by Mossy Oak. Really nice grip. It fits perfectly with my hand. Perfect. Now, I'm not sponsored by Mossy Oak, and they're not paying me to talk about this knife. I just love this knife, and one of the things on my channel is, of course, camping and whatnot, but I like to do reviews of gear because it's always good when you're in the know about what you might be interested in buying. So if you're looking for a very strong and great camping knife, I highly recommend the Mossy Oak. They never reached out to me and asked me to do this. This is just me showing you some of my gear. Same thing with Solo Stove. I'm not paid by any of these companies. I'm just showing you guys stuff. Same with the tripod. I'm just showing you guys this stuff because I enjoy I enjoy showing you guys the stuff that I use and what I recommend. And this is a really beautiful knife. Slides right in there really nicely once you're done and you want to put it away, and then just clip it on. I have another knife that is actually a really nice knife. It's not Mossy Oak, it's a different company. I can't remember what it is, but you've seen me use it quite a bit in my other videos. But one thing about it, it does not have these clasps, and the knife comes out a little bit too easy. One thing that I really like about this whole, you know, the way that this knife is in this sheath is it's really secure. So when it's sitting on your belt and you're walking around, it's not going anywhere. You know, it's really in there nicely. So that's really important to me, that this knife not move around. So anyways, that is the Mossy Oak wood grip knife. Beauty. So the other thing I got here is an infrared thermometer. So let's see how much heat we are getting here and if I need to add some more wood. Let's see. All right. Whoa. Man, that is hot. Holy moly. 679.7 Celsius. Wow. That's incredible. I had no idea it was giving off that much heat. That is truly incredible. I can see the ash, not the ashes, the embers in there now. So I'm going to add a little bit more wood, I think. These are my trusty fire gloves. They're really awesome. Really, really awesome, these gloves. So let's just move this around a little bit. I think I need to put a little bit more wood in there to get this fire going, to be able to cook on it. Okay, we are getting close. So after those two burn down a little bit, we're ready to put these burgers on. That is fantastic, because I'm getting hungry. The other thing I wanted to mention, just while I'm waiting for this stove to be prepped to cook, is I want to thank some of my new subscribers, and I want to thank some other YouTubers. I'd like to thank Mick Outdoors, a UK camping YouTuber. Mick always comments on my videos. He always likes my videos. I enjoy his videos. I do the same. It's a community, and we help each other out. So I want to thank Mick a lot. Go and check out Mick's channel. He does a lot of gear reviews. He's had some health issues, so he hasn't been camping as much, but he's back out there doing it again. So I really admire his tenacity to keep up with it and not give up despite, you know, having some serious health issues. I've also gone through some health issues, not as much as Mick though, but I've had the hand problem. I had hand surgery. I've had 4 hand surgeries, which is not good for a working musician. So it's been tricky. So I totally sympathize and understand what Mick's going through. Another guy I really like is Random Adventures, Tony in Random Adventures. Tony comments on my videos. He's subscribed to my channel like Mick. He watches my adventures. I watch his adventures. And for those of you that are not familiar with Tony, he is another guy to check out. He's a lot of fun. He does a lot of hammock camping. And he's located in Pennsylvania in the U.S. So Tony is the guy you want to check out. Every Sunday night at 8 o'clock, he's got a live stream that he does, and he gets to every single person in terms of comments. He acknowledges everybody, and I have a lot of respect for Tony. And Tony, if you're watching, and Mick, if you're watching, thanks very much, guys. A couple of other very, very important notes is that I was thrilled Steve Wallace commented on my last video. Camping with Steve, as you know if you watch my channel, he is my favorite YouTuber. He's my favorite camping YouTuber. And I did a video tribute to crazy neighbor who recently passed away, and I know Steve's been going through a lot and he's devastated, and he watched my video, and he watched my entire video, which was awesome because he commented about different parts of the video in his comments. So I really want to thank Steve and wish him the best, and I'm hoping that he gets back out there and he's going to be out shooting videos again and camping. I know that he mentioned in one of his videos recently that crazy neighbor, beautiful wife, even his mother, they would all like him out continuing what he does, because I think Steve is not ready to give up at this point yet. Not saying that he will give up, but he wants to keep going, and we're all cheering for Steve and want to see him back out camping and shooting his videos and doing his YouTube thing. So Steve, thanks a lot again for watching my videos. And you know, like I said, it's a family and we all help each other out, and that is just fantastic that these guys watch my channels, and it's fun watching their channels, of course, as well. So that is the grill that I am going to use. I'm going to put the pan on there, and we're going to get this party started very soon. As you can see, that wood is breaking down nicely. It's still flaming, so I'm just going to wait a little bit longer. But once those flames dim down a little bit and I got a nice pile of coals, we're going to get these burgers going. One other thing I wanted to mention as I'm still waiting for this to burn down a little bit is where did I get this idea? Well, I actually got this idea from a Steve Wallace video. What else is new? Steve has given me so many ideas, it's insane. But he wasn't using a Solo Ranger. He was using a buddy heater. So, I mean, you can use any heat source. You could use open flame at a fire pit at a campground, or open flame if you have a fire pit in your backyard, whatever. For me, I decided to use the Solo Ranger as my fire source because I don't have a fire pit in my yard. My yard is, as you can see, it's got a pool and it's all cement. So this is my choice of heat source. But I saw Steve with Crazy Neighbor in a fishing hut. I believe they're out on a lake, and this was what they did to cook their dinner. They put this over the buddy heater, So it inspired me to pick one of these up, and here I am now trying to see how it works with a solo stove. I'm going to recheck this temperature. I thought it was a bit hot before when it was over 600 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but I'll put something, you know, right here or right here so that you guys from the US can understand the temperature situation. But I'm just going to see once again what it is now. Okay, it's still hot, 618, and that's quite far away. So I'm just going to let it cool down just a little bit more because I think that's a bit too hot. But the grill is starting to look nice. It's getting warmed up. All right, flames have died down considerably now. There's still some flames, but they're not aggressive. So I am going to get this started here. So we're going to put this grill on here. And I don't know how much weight it holds, but I know it'll hold this. Oh, that's hot. Put my gloves on. And I'm going to move that over a tiny bit. It's going to work because that was hot. I could definitely feel the heat on that. I just want to balance it out. There we go. See if we can get some even heat on that. Looks like it should be okay. Move it over just a tiny bit. Yeah, I think that's going to be okay. I'm going to lower it just a little bit. Don't want it right on there. Whoa, it's quite heavy. There we go. I don't actually want it touching. But I think that's good. I'm just going to move it over a tiny bit. This is the flimsiness that I was talking about earlier. There. Okay. Let's get this going. A little bit of grill on there, or ham grilling oil. We'll get this started. They're actually quite large burgers. Oh, that's heating already. I got 3 here, but I can't fit 3 in there. I'll barely fit 2. They're larger burgers than I thought. Yeah, they are. I'm going to have to adjust them a little bit. One thing that's difficult is that this thing moves. So, just there we go. There we go. Fire's perfect now, just perfect. There's no flames, coals, minor flames. The coals are perfect, and as you can hear it, it's sizzling. These burgers should shrink up a little bit as they're cooking, I'm sure. Getting off a lot of heat. Give them a little flick. Alright. This one's falling apart a little bit on me. Uh-oh. On that, they both are actually falling apart a little bit. They're good. Actually, really impressed the way that it's sitting. It's pretty even over the flame. And as a result, the burgers are cooking evenly and the pan is heated evenly, which is good. So, yeah, the flame is really nice in there. Fire's really nice. I don't actually have the solo stove accessories to cook, like the skillet and stuff like that, but that's why I'm using this. And this works fine. I think when Liam and I go camping, this is going to be going with us. This is great. I'm really enjoying this. I'm going to flip it again. Just to be safe. You don't want any burn. Whoops. Yeah, that's nice. This one here falling apart a little bit though. That I'm not thrilled about, but what can you do? Very soon I'll throw some cheese on there. So I'm going to get that ready. I'm using Black Diamond cheese slices. Canadian. Alright, so I'm going to do one more flip. And then I'm going to add the cheese. There we go. There we go. See if I can get that back in its spot. Yes! Good, now the cheese can sit on there. Alright, so let's add these cheese slices and see how this goes. I'm hoping that I can still, whoops, the cheese hopped out of here, landed right on the burger. Perfect. Good. That was a mistake. I gotta fix that because it was hot. Ah, yeah, there we go. Managed to fix it. Not the greatest, but it's okay. I'm going to do the next one a little differently. Cheese broke. It's warm outside in the sun. It's heating up this cheese. Oh yeah. Okay, these look like they're ready to go. So I'm just going to move my condiments now. I'm also going to cook the third one as well. Let's throw this on here. I'm just going to put it on this plate temporarily and then get the knob on. And I'm going to put this one on as well. There we go. Alright, while I'm cooking that burger up, I'm going to throw these two on some buns, fresh buns here. And I don't think I'm going to be able to eat that. I'll save that for my son when he gets home from school. Okay, so put these on here. Yeah. Balancing that here a little bit. There we go. Temporarily. And here's the other one. Alright, stretch this up. We got relish. Oh, spoon's too big. Because I'm using a gravy spoon. That was a mistake. That's okay. There we go. That still worked out nice. And we burger, the ultimate sauce. Try that. Right? What burger is complete without ketchup? I gotta flip that burger, so I gotta get this done quick. And we got mustard, but I gotta flip this burger fast. This one doesn't seem to be disintegrating as much as the other ones, which is good. Okay. A little mustard on here. Let's check this out. I decided not to grill the buns. I'm just going to do the buns as is. There we go. Let's give this a try. So, solo stove, tripod grill burgers. Good. Very nice. Cooked perfectly. Perfect. Alright. I'm going to eat these and get back to you soon. So I'm just cooking up this last cheeseburger. Still working on these two. But they turned out really great. I'm really impressed with how well it cooked. Wow. Taking this last burger off, just going to put it on the plate here temporarily. I'll take that pan off there too. Alright, so I got a heat resistant mat over here that I'm going to put this pan on. What did I do with my other glove? Oh. So I'm just going to take this pan off here. Kind of heavy, so just going to take that over here and let it cool down on the mat. Should be fine there. Actually, yeah, it seems like it's fine. Just so the mat doesn't blow. We'll let that cool off there. Always got to be safe. It was hard to move this with the pan because it's heavy. But without the pan, and I suggest you do that, move it without the pan. Get it set before you put the pan on. It's easy to move. So I'm just raising that up now. So I've eaten one of the burgers. Pretty filling. I'm going to eat the other one. I'm going to save one for my son, the last one I cooked. But the conclusion. Fantastic. This is such an awesome way to cook. Absolutely fantastic. So you'll be seeing this on my next camping adventure. Liam and I are going to be using this to cook up our dinner and our breakfast and whatnot, and just fantastic. So Solo Ranger for cooking, Connolly Outdoors 2 thumbs up, and of course the Coghlan, I hope I'm correctly saying it, the Coghlan grill tripod or tripod grill. I also give it Connolly Outdoors 2 thumbs up. Thanks very much for watching, and stay tuned. We will be out in a campsite very, very soon. So keep watching, and as always, stay camping. See ya.